Hi, I'm Paul Thomas of the UW-Eau Physics and Astronomy Department, and today I'm going to show you a demonstration about magnets. As you know, magnets are pretty easy to understand. They have two poles, a north pole and a south pole, and the basic rule as to how magnets work together is that if I bring one magnet close to another and I bring the like poles together, then you'll get repulsion. So in this case, for example, I'm bringing the like pole of this magnet close to this compass and it's pushing it away. If I flip the magnet over and bring the unlike poles together, I get attraction. The two magnets want to connect to each other. Now, you can see this effect in all sorts of things. Here's a whole bunch of circular magnets lined up so that their like poles are pointing at each other. And as I push them together, they spring apart. They don't want to be close to each other because they're repelling each other. And even more dramatically, I can do this with something called an electromagnet. With an electromagnet, what we're doing is we're passing a big electric current through a coil of wire called a solenoid. And at the heart of this solenoid, I've got a metallic core of material that's going to amplify that magnetic field. Now, this is one magnet once I turn it on. But I can actually have a second magnet in here made out of a coil of wire like this, or a loop of wire. This loop of wire, it's copper, it's not magnetic, but if I set up an electric current in it, and that's what's going to happen if I put it on this solenoid, this magnetic core here, it's going to itself become magnetic. And the interesting thing that happens here is that this first coil is going to produce a magnetic field that's pointed outwards and upwards, and the coil is going to have a magnetic field that's pointed downwards. Those two like poles are going to repel each other. And let's just see how that happens. Here's my coil of copper wire. Turn on the solenoid, and it lifts it up and throws it out like a little gun, an electromagnetic gun, if you will. Now, I can actually amplify this effect by pulling the magnetic metallic core outwards. In this case, the repelling effect will be even stronger. Let's turn the switch on and the solenoid will become energized. We'll have a magnetic field coming out from it. This coil will have a magnetic field suddenly appear that points downwards. And that's a pretty strong repelling effect, but we can amp it up even more. I'll pull the coil just a little bit out and I'll put a coil on it made out of aluminum, which will have a bigger electric current and will respond more strongly. And I think we just entered a ceiling tile. This is an electromagnetic gun.